So apparently, this is Venom's favorite episode. Hey everyone, welcome to Princess of Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with my blind reaction to episode 4 of Golden Boy. And sorry for the lighting, I'm actually pre-recording this a day ahead of time at night, just for sake of ease. So apologies. I'm just it'll just save time for Friday. But you'll see the reaction and the afterthoughts in normal lighting. So yeah, last time we had an episode that surprisingly wasn't very pervy. It really didn't have much of that going on for it. It was very held back, very restrained, and thankfully it really had Kintaro being a lot more respectful. Honestly, I think it was the best episode so far, but Venom, who donated for this series in the first place, says this is his favorite. And that makes me curious. Is it going to be in terms of the comedy? Is it going to be in terms of the lesson, the characters, the kind of like things that Kintaro learns, whatever the topic of it ends up being? I'm very curious, especially with a series like this. But we're entering the second half of this series because it is only 6 episodes long. And honestly, I'm enjoying myself. I'm having a blast with it. So let's just get into this and see where we have to go next.
Hold up just a sec. Before you click that link down in the description below to get to today's video, I want to remind you of all the awesome content we have both on this channel and the Princess of Gaming channel. Let's check it out. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So see, the lighting is already getting better. So it'll definitely be better for Dr. Stone and everything, and for the Sunday movie, though that will be easier anyway, because that'll be a little later anyway. But anyway, so this your favorite episode, Venom, because of the feet? I know you have a thing for feet. You've made that pretty clear. But honestly, I saw this episode as not really any different from like episodes 1 and 2 in terms of quality. Still doesn't really live up to episode 3 to me. And that's not to say it's bad, because I liked episodes 1 and 2, and it's more of the, the satirical comedy route, while episode 3 was more serious. But it just doesn't feel that different. Like, it's the same kind of thing as always. The only real difference is that Kintaro takes the job in this one specifically to get close to the instructor. Unlike in previous ones where he's taken the job and then found the character he falls for after he's already taken the job. So it's a little different in that regard, but not that big a deal, I guess. I mean, I guess in the first one, he met the Madam President before taking the job, but he didn't know she was the Madam President of that job when he took it. And in the second one, we saw he was already working at the family's house, and he was already working for the campaign office, when he first saw her at the very beginning of episode 2, the girl. And then last episode, he took the job, and that's where he met the girl at the noodle shop and everything. Although, again, in last episode, he didn't actually have any, seeming interest in her. But yeah, in this one, the chief instructor is like kind of this like this cool chick kind of character. You know how like a lot of anime, especially I guess around this time period, would like have like this like cool short-haired woman who is like meant to be like an alternative girl, like not the very stereotypical one you usually see. Usually, a lot of times either more muscular or more tough, kind of tomboyish in a little bit of a way. It was definitely a trope to a degree. Usually wouldn't be too feminine. In other words, a great example of this would actually be Faye Valentine from Cowboy Bebop. Like she's probably one of the more popular ones from this time period, who was like more tomboyish, more you know, not masculine exactly, because she definitely used her feminine charms and everything. That was definitely one of the things she liked to use to like mess with people and trick people to do what she did and all. But more, just more tomboyish. I guess that's just the best way to put it. And so this character definitely falls into that kind of trope, that kind of like character archetype, which, yeah, to a degree is attractive, and she has a nice, attractive design. Though the eyeshadow, like while she's swimming, makes no fucking sense. That shit would be running like crazy. It's like you are wearing all this makeup, probably more than eyeshadow that we can see, but how is none of this running in the pool? That makes no sense to me. But either way, so he he ends up getting this job here because he's, very interested in her. But he ends up challenging her to a freestyle swimming race with the condition that if he wins, he becomes an instructor. If she wins, she can do anything she wants with him for a year. Which, mind you, when he makes that offer, it's clear what he's thinking of. So it's basically a win-win situation on his part. But he ends up taking on this job as like a children's instructor because he doesn't know how to swim too well himself. And while he's doing this, he's also getting some help learning as well. And interestingly enough, this doesn't end with the actual like swimming competition between them, because he gets kicked out due to sexually assaulting her and getting his lights knocked out, which is fair. Mind you, I don't necessarily think he meant to assault her. I'm gonna kind of give him the benefit of the doubt here. I think he was just so enraptured by her attractiveness that he kind of just lost focus and blasted into her crotch without thinking about it. I don't think he actually meant to assault her. And then, when he came out of the pool and, was, you know, naked because his trunks had fallen off, that was definitely unintentional. That was definitely not his fault. His trunks just fell off. And mind you, she noted his erection and was like, "What were you thinking in the pool?" He had an erection when they were talking before. It was blatantly, aggressively notable. Man, this is not the first time he's had an erection in front of you. It's just that he's naked now. Which, mind you, again, is not really cool, and she had a right to deck him in the face and kick him out. She was in the right to do that. But yeah, he just kind of leaves after that. He actually doesn't try to go back, and he just lets it be. He realizes he's not going to get back in, so he just continues on his way. So, yeah, the race never actually ended up happening. She concedes defeat because he finds a better way to teach the students than what she had been doing. See, she was this competitive Olympic swimmer, and because of that, she became so enraptured in the competitive scene of swimming that the way she was teaching these children was way too aggressive. Not kind of maybe a little bit aggressive, like she was saying. No, way too aggressive. As was like kind of very blatantly pointed out, the way she was teaching these kids and having her instructors teach these kids, like literally forcing their heads underwater and shit, is really fucked. It's extremely fucked. It's abuse. It is literal abuse. And it's not okay. And as was made clear, it's like that's not going to help kids want to stay. They're going to drop out. And we saw that the amount of kids continuing on has actually improved thanks to Kintaro's lessons. The idea of using these games or these songs or just, fucking being nice to the kids. Kintaro's methods were great. Kintaro seems to be amazing with children. And it's probably because he's a little childish himself, mind you, but still. He actually knows how to treat children. He's not looking down on them. He is lowering himself to their level and understanding what they need. And that's how you take care of a child in any kind of situation, not just in swimming. And so she admits defeat at the end because she realizes that his methods were not only better than hers, but just so significantly more helpful to her school. Like, she was accepting the fact before that children would drop out. She was even telling her instructors that they should let the kids drop out if they're not progressing fast enough. It's like, you're hurting your business this way, woman. Like, that's not okay. It's just, it was so stupid the way she was handling it. It was so stupid the way she was handling it. But I mean, generally speaking, this episode did the same kind of thing as the first two. It's like Kintaro finds himself attracted to a woman, and in the end, through his, horny ass shenanigans, he does end up helping the woman in some way, better her life or better her career or whatever like that. It's the same formula. Episode 3 had that as well. I mean, obviously he helped this girl get out of this relationship with this horrifically abusive and just honestly evil man who was going to use her for her money and steal her family's property. Well, not even really use her for her money, just use her for the family's property. Using her nonetheless. And then he was going to discard her like trash. He was a horrifically evil person. Also, he sexually assaulted her. And obviously Kintaro helped her be able to find happiness again. And mind you, she clearly fell for him a bit. But he actually didn't reciprocate, interestingly enough. And again, I think it's not that I don't like the goofy, satirical stuff with this series. I do. But at the same time, I actually like episode 3 because of how seriously it took that kind of subject matter. It made a point of taking this series that's normally very, very silly and touching on a serious subject, but not in a silly way. Like, while still keeping the characters true to themselves, they were able to make this serious subject be taken seriously. And I think that was just like a great feat of writing, honestly. This episode just, again, isn't really that different from any of the, either of the first two. It's, again, not bad. I enjoyed it. But it just, I don't know, wasn't that interesting comparatively. Episode 3 just did so many great things with its writing and character work and touched on serious topics that I think were handled really well, that I can't see this episode as being better. I'm sorry, Venom, I can't, but um again, it was still good. It's just as good as the first 2 episodes. Same level as that. But like I said, either way, I still enjoyed it, and we've got 2 episodes to go now. We are getting close to the end of the season, and I think I might do the next 2 episodes together. I think I might have to, just based on the timeline of what I want to do with this slot and for Fridays and all. But we'll see. I mean, obviously, you'll know by next week when the reaction comes. But I'm thinking we're probably going to do the last 2 episodes together. So, in the meantime, tell me what you thought of this episode in the comments below. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.